I can't really remember like my first art piece because I'll say that I've literally been an artist all my life. My name is Kachina Kenter Kenneth. I'm from Benue State. I'm a multidisciplinary artist based in Lagos, Nigeria. I have Square Root Studio right here with me in my lab, having a good time. I started making artwork in my primary school to the point where I got to like primary 6. In my school, they give like prefects in primary school in my school, so I was the arts prefect. This is like in 2009. Like when people ask me, when did you start arts? Trust me, I was in love with art before I got to my primary 6. It was obvious that I could do a little bit of like extra art stuff in primary school. So I'll say I started in 2009 in my primary school, in my drawing books. In most cases, I really have like an idea already. I have an idea, I think about, I premeditate about it, most cases. But sometimes I could just let the materials lead me. Relative to like how my art has evolved. Like I got to Lagos in 2021 for the first time. I had never been to Lagos before. I was making artworks at that point in 2021. I was more of like a custom artist. I was not really like making contemporary art. Like you see these pieces right now. I wasn't really making stuff like this. In June, I came to Lagos in July 2021. So in June, I was not even thinking about stuff like this. I was not making any contemporary art. My art literally evolved right in front of my eyes from the period of 2021 till this moment. Moving into Lagos, I was able to get to see that art is way more like valued around this part of the world, like relative to the country Nigeria. Art is more valued here in Lagos, so I felt like it was important for me to be here. The kind of people I was seeing, the kind of artists, my colleagues that had been there before me, that I'd been seeing in Lagos, they are really doing great stuff, like creating new pieces, creating like sculptures, making artworks in not just paintings, like random stuffs. So like it was a serious motivation for me to be able to like look deeper into myself, look deeper into my creative mind. The environment is like in quotes, that's mostly what has influenced, and then my story, where I come from, the passion that I have for art. The environment now triggered it the more. I was in ABJ City, but I'm originally born in Benue State. I'm from Benue State, so I had moved from Benue to ABJ. I was in Abuja for a minute, for a while, painting, making art, painting on shoes, doing graffitis, murals with my bro. Demidara is right here, the one I shared the studio with. I moved from Benue to ABJ, from ABJ to Lagos. And when I got to Lagos, I just knew that this is the place for me relative to what I do, the art. That was in 2021. Most of my artworks have premeditated ideas. It just depends on how I think about the idea. How do I see the idea? Do I see the idea with a brown, with red, with blue, with whatever? So that now guides how I use the colors. It leads me on what colors to use, what preferred colors to achieve the idea out. That's like a very, very serious part of creativity. I'll say the art for me, because I experienced that a whole lot. I have a team of people that I work with. We're always having conversations. We're having random conversations about random stuffs. Because we do that often, I'm able to like just float and just figure out a very random idea, and then I bring it to life. You don't really have to like be worried about the people, how they feel about your art right now. Because I'll say personally, art is my career. So I'm not scared at this point, but as a younger me, I know there are people who are going to be like, oh, they can't really like point in a neighborhood to show that, oh, there's 3 guys here who have made at least 300,000 US dollars off making art. It's hard for like a parent or like a guardian to look at their young child and just be like, because they have passion and love for art, then that should be like what they will chase. It's quite difficult to like find those kind of families now. So if you're a kid that's out there, that's very much young, you have passion for art, you love art, I'd advise you to just keep making your art. It doesn't even matter how the artwork looks. Just keep doing the art. Just use what you have at the point that you are. If you have charcoal, use it on paper. Just keep doing it. And make sure you keep the records, you document it, because that's what counts. It's the fact that you are able to do something now, you are able to do something in the evening, you are able to do something in the morning. So now that counts and accumulates. When time goes like 5 years, 6 years, you look back and you see that, oh, really, I started at this point, this is where I'm at right now. So you just have to keep going. And I'm not saying you should give up on every other thing, because as an artist, a full-time artist, I'm very capable of so many things that are not just like streamlined to be one art. So you need to understand that at this point in your life as an artist, you need to be able to also know other things. Like try to be interested in other career paths that relate to your art so that you're going to be able to master it. That's like the advice I have for my younger self, to never give up and keep doing it, keep documenting it. The best advice I had was, I literally be getting it almost every day in the house. Just keep doing your art. Just keep doing your art. It doesn't matter if all your dreams, how you see your art, where you see the kind of collaborations you see yourself doing, if they're not here yet with you, just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. Because let me tell you a typical example about brands, like companies, big companies that we wish to like work with as creatives. They've been existing for so long and they've been working with several creatives. So if you don't give up on yourself and you keep doing your job, there's going to be a point in your life where Louis Vuitton are going to get used to all the artists that they have known. They must have used all of them, and you will be the best option at that point. It doesn't even matter if you are old or your age. It doesn't matter. What matters is the fact that you never stopped and you got to that point where your dream and your vision came to life. Never give up. Always keep doing your art. Honestly, I don't really like think about what I think people should react to my art. I don't think about all that. I would say I don't care how you feel about my art. I'm not defining the art for anybody to see it in a manner of way. Your reaction is you and the art. As somebody who is consuming my art, your reaction should be natural. It shouldn't be something that I'm orchestrating in any way. So that's how I feel about how people should react to my art. Yeah, I would say I paint things that happen in the society as well. That's like one of the things I do, one of the paintings I make. Like if you look at this artwork here, this is literally like a day in Lagos at the traffic. If you look at this artwork, see there's a guy driving a Lamborghini. There are two boys on the street who are very excited to see him. He has some money. It might seem like it's just an art piece, but this is the story of the Nigerian boy. These guys that you see outside here, they are Nigerians. This is their experience every day. And as well as the person who is inside the car, that incomplete piece over there is like, it was a runway show for a fashion brand. That was like the picture they took when the show was almost out, all the models. It's like a pause in time. I'm just giving you an example of the pieces that have to do with people and the society. Because of the way I make my art, I believe in aiming for perfection. I believe in trying to do things the best way you can do it. It's not like I'm the best at things, but like that's something that I strongly believe in and I try to work towards every day. To have things the best way they could be. Things that I am doing personally, creatively. I feel like it should come out the best way. So that's like my philosophy about life. There are several materials I like to work. I like to work with Nike. I'm seeing them as like them providing materials right now. I like to work with Nike, with their shoes. They let me play around with their shoes. I like to work with Louis Vuitton. I like to do the most random creativity for them. Paint the wrong way or something. The flaws. Another thing that is not just like brushes and acrylic right here with me. So there are several brands I would like to work with: Louis Vuitton, Nike, Adidas, Chanel. I would like to work with Chrome Hearts. I know that's a very, very tough one, but they don't really collaborate with anybody, but I would like to work with them as well. Be able to like explore their own materials. I want to be remembered for being like the relentless guy. The guy that never stopped. It's a bunch of people that just die on the way. They carry something, they have a fire that's burning, but like there's a point where you can see that, man, this person has literally just given up on themselves. I just want to see myself. I can't help it because people are always going to see me as an artist. So that's something I can't do anything about. But what I'm sure I can do something about is the fact that my story should be the story of the relentless boy, the boy that never stopped. My biggest inspiration is my story. It's like my life journey, where I come from, my people, my family. That's like, that's what drives me the most. My loved ones, my friends that have always stood by me from the jump. So that's like my biggest motivation. I'll put it as my family and my life journey. I have quite a good number of people that inspire me. One of my biggest inspiration comes from an artist called Annie Ban, and it comes from the likes of Paul Teffy, the likes of Temida Rashitu. That's like my bro here, seated here with me. So it's one of my motivations and like inspiration to keep pushing. And I see them, I know that, oh man, this is really, really possible. Like somebody can really like paint their way into like a very good story, like a whole nice image. Like I said before, my people, I'm from Benue. This art piece right here, I'm a thief boy, so if you've heard about like the thief people, you'll be able to like see that they are just expressing themselves here. I've really had very little collaboration so far. I'm interested in collaborations, but not with everybody. So I'll say I've not really like gotten the opportunity to collaborate with the people that I see myself collaborating with. So far, I've not really been collaborating often, but like the collaboration I had one time was this. You see this art piece with the people from the fashion runway at the beach? Yeah, I had like a collaboration with the brand Boogie Urban, and it was pretty good. I did like limited pieces for the brand and we're able to sell out. Even after we sold out the collection, we're still able to get more orders. So it was pretty positive collaboration so far, but I'm looking forward to like bigger collaborations. I think my biggest challenge is everybody's biggest challenge, like acceptance. You feel like what you're doing is really, really great. The society needs your creativity. You feel like everybody should just be able to understand what you're doing, how important it is, and love you and show you around and give you all the love. But it never happens like that. That's like one of the biggest challenges for like a creative, for myself. But it takes time. So right now, I'll say, am I being accepted? That's the question, right? Am I being accepted? I'll say to a certain level, because there are some people that I've met in Lagos that I really didn't know. Like I didn't expect them to like my art, cheer me up, or be like, wow, man, you're doing great art. Because of the consistent work so far, I'm able to like point at somebody and be like, oh, this person like this has shown love, has supported me. So like, yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't even know. I don't really know if I'll say it's evolving positively or it's evolving negatively. I honestly can't even say right now because I'm just locked in doing my stuff because you barely be having all the support that you think you should get, that you deserve. So the art scene is just there, to be honest. I know it's a whole lot of passionate kids bringing up every day, but it takes a whole lot. It's so difficult to be an artist at this point. The way the economy, the way every society has become, it's so hard for like a young person to just be to jump up and be like, oh wow, this is like what I need to like chase and be after right now. So it's a very difficult one. All right, now it's a wrap, and I'm here with Square Root Studio. I'm really glad that they pulled over. It was glad having a great time with them documenting. I'd like you all to check me out on my social media. Check me out on Instagram, Kentegram, Kentergram. And yeah, that's it.